that my son had to stand 5.5 hours. 5.5 hours, and there was still a long line.
Anger and outrage, as you see there. So many of us waiting in line for hours to vote, and some who couldn't wait it out, simply giving up.
County recorder now taking the blame. So what happens next? There is talk of lawsuits, Department of Justice investigations, and forcing the resignation of the woman in charge of county elections.
But none of that, of course, can turn back time and solve all of this. Melissa Blasius is live for us with more on this democracy debacle.
Well, today the Maricopa County Recorder did take full responsibility for the ridiculously long wait times at polling places like this one. This was one of the 60 polling places yesterday where people were standing in line wrapped all the way around the building. The recorder says what happened wasn't intentional voter suppression, just poor planning. Like you just heard, some voters waited up to 5 hours to cast their ballots, some not getting to weigh in on the presidential preference election until well after midnight. But that was hours after the races were called for Clinton and Trump. The problem, recorder Helen Purcell decided to consolidate polling places for this election. She thought it would be a better use of money and resources and be sufficient to handle voter turnout, but she was wrong. And now she's owning up to it.
I made an error in judgment in planning this election. I should have had more polling places, and I'm very sorry about that.
It was poor judgment on the county elections department. They should have known this was a potential problem. If they didn't know, they have some serious problems.
County Supervisor Steve Gallardo there said that the county did decide to sign off on Purcell's plan last month to have just 60 polling places, despite his warnings that it would not be enough. And of course, we've seen what happened. Everyone involved promising that this would never happen again. Some people, though, are still calling for the recorder to leave office. She says she won't do that, but as an elected official, she is up for re-election this year, and she says she understands that voters will have to take this into account when they vote for her coming up later this year. Back to you.